Hello and welcome to episode 15 of Bronx Banter. In today's episode, we discuss the Yankees' opening series sweep versus the Milwaukee Brewers. We hope you enjoy the video and make sure to like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to episode number 15 of Bronx Banter. I mean, Robert, you could not have scripted a better first weekend of Yankees baseball. Yankees sweep the Brewers, sent them packing back home to Milwaukee all sad. Great weekend of baseball. We're going to get into it. Robert, how you doing?
Chris, I'm doing great, and this past weekend was one of the better weekends we've had since finding out the Yankees were going to the World Series last year.
Yeah.
So it was great. The boys are looking good, and it's a great start to the season.
Yeah, so like you said, great start. We're going to get into the first game recap of the series. So game one, opening day, was Thursday. Yankees won this game 4-2. Starting pitching matchup was Carlos Rodon versus Freddie Peralta. Robert, you want to give us Rodon's stat line for that game?
Yeah, Rodon, 4 hits, 5 1/3 innings pitched, 1 run, 7 Ks. Overall, he looked great. He did exactly what we needed him to do. His command was there somewhat. His slider was nasty. And it was vintage Rodon, which we needed.
Yeah, I agree. You didn't really know what you were going to get with Rodon on opening day, but he turned out to have a great outing, and yeah, like you said, gave us exactly what we needed. He's also implementing a new sinker. I don't know if you guys watching saw that, but he threw a couple sinkers, averaged around 93 to 94 miles an hour. So if he can implement a new pitch to just have something else to tunnel off of, that's going to be great. And Rodon didn't have that one inning like he sometimes does where everything implodes. If like when they hit the solo home run, he kept it to that, which was good because Freddie Peralta was also dealing. His stat line is as follows: 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, and 8 strikeouts. He battled Freddie Peralta. He kept the Yankees bats, which were very hot for the weekend, as we will find out. He kept them quiet for the most part. I mean, couple solo shots from Wells and Volpe, but other than that, I think Freddie Peralta did a really good job. Robert, you want to get us started with some notable players from this game?
Yeah, Jackson Trio on the Brewers side, he had a rough day. It was really rough for Jackson. Although he's a superstar, he had 5 Ks
Yeah.
for that first game, opening day. Austin Wells went 1 for 3 with a leadoff bomb. That kind of set the table for the Yankees. You know, that brought the excitement right back to the
Oh,
Bronx.
yeah.
You kind of forget about that World Series from last year that they lost immediately with Austin Wells. And it points to the fact that maybe this leadoff thing with Austin Wells is going to work out. I mean, Aaron Boone seemed to have the right decisions this weekend. Cody Bellinger went 1 for 2 with a walk, sac fly. And Chris, his at-bats were really good.
Yeah, honestly, I wrote this after game one, but this goes for the entire weekend. I love the way Cody Bellinger approaches hitting. Every at bat, it felt like, was 7 to 8 pitches. Even if he gets in a 2-strike count, he just fights off pitches. And I think he had 3 sac flies over the weekend, which productive runs. Love to see that. Not everyone just swinging for the fences, but he can swing for the fences and have massive home run power, as we saw. I think he's another guy that's taking advantage of the torpedo bats, which we will later get into in this episode. Definitely a hot topic right now. But yeah, Bellinger, great at bats, and even if he's not hitting home runs, he can still be very productive behind Aaron Judge or in front of him, wherever they want to put him in that lineup. Another notable thing I wanted to talk about this game was that we kept the Brewers' big three in check. Jackson Chourio, Christian Yelich, and Wilson or William Contreras? Which one is this? Is this William?
Oh, this is William.
William Contreras.
Yeah.
We kept their big three in check. Combined, they all went 0 for 13 with 1 walk. So that's a huge shout out to the pitching staff. All weekend, the pitching staff was great. Rodon, like we said, was nails this game. That slider was breaking beautiful. That's vintage Rodon, like you said earlier. And like I just said a minute ago, the Yankees bullpen was great, and we got to give a shout out to the kid, Anthony Volpe, 1 for 4 with a home run. Love to see a hot start for the kid. Robert, why don't you get us started with game 2?
Game two, it was one a lot of people had their eyes on. Fried versus Cortez Jr. Everybody remembers Nestor. He's infamous for giving up that Freddie Freeman home run in the World Series. That was kind of his last moment and kind of what he's remembered for the Yankees.
Yeah.
But he was a good guy, great pitcher overall for the Yankees in his years, coming back for the Bronx. But Fried, he didn't excel, I would say, but he did exactly what we needed him to do in his first start in the Bronx in pinstripes, going 4 2/3, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 unearned, 2 walks, and 4 Ks. Chris Fried, he looked like he's just building a foundation that first start.
Yeah, he was definitely a little nervous. Nerves were getting to him. He had a couple ground balls where he made bad throws on, and I don't know how much people know. He's a incredible defender for the most part.
Gold
He's
Glove.
up there with Stroman and the best of the league at defending. So very uncharacteristic for him. It just seemed after that first inning, he kind of lost it a little bit. I was thinking maybe the Yankees having such long innings was getting to him a little bit too, because he was taking probably 20 to 25-minute breaks each inning, it felt like, because they were scoring 4 runs every inning. So I don't know if that affected him at all, but all in all, he looked great. Was not great, but good. He was getting a lot of ground balls, which we know is what we're going to get from him. Infield didn't help him out a ton. Pablo Reyes had 2 errors at third. I believe Jazz had 1. Volpe had that weird throw on that double play. I don't know what he was trying to do there, but a couple uncharacteristic errors. But as we will soon find out with the hitting, it did not matter. Nestor Cortez this game was not Nestor's day. To say the least, it was not Nestor's day, man. I wish Nestor the best, honestly. I wish him the best for the rest of the season. But his stat line is as follows. 2 innings, 6 hits, 8 runs, all earned, 5 walks, and 2 strikeouts. The Yankees came with an approach. They knew what Nestor was going to throw. They know he likes to get ahead in the count. They know he throws a lot of fastballs and cutters. To all our righties, that's beautiful. It comes right into their bat path. Robert, what do you think about Nestor's outing?
Yeah, I mean, in a way, I feel bad for Nestor because he's coming back to the Bronx. He loves the Yankees fans. He loves everything that the Yankee organization did for him, and he wanted to prove that he can pitch somewhere else and be successful, which I think he can be this year. It was just a rough start. But immediately those first 3 batters, back to back to back, and it kind of just put a period on the fact that Nestor Cortez, it wasn't his day. And after that inning, you knew it wasn't going to be his day after that.
Yeah, that first inning, it was the 3, and then Austin Wells also hit one with 2 outs, so it was 4-0 after the first inning, 4 solo home runs. It just was not looking good for Nestor. He just didn't have it. And I saw on Twitter, he didn't even stay to talk to the media after the game. He got out of Yankee Stadium as fast as he could have, which honestly I don't blame him. He knows what the reporters were going to ask him. They were going to ask him all the dumb questions, but he'll probably get a fine for that, honestly. Not talking to them, people aren't going to like that. Heading into some notable hitters for this game, might as well write the whole damn lineup, why don't we? Jesus. Aaron Judge this game, 4 for 6, 3 home runs, a double, and 8 RBIs. He was about 3 feet away from hitting a 4th home run. I mean, what do we have to say about Aaron Judge? There's no more to say about. He's the MVP already, and what are we? 3 games into the season. He's the MVP already. Where are his stats? Where are Judge's stats? He is batting .545 with a .643 on base, a 1.818 slug, and a 2.461 OPS. And I saw something on Instagram. He's already accumulated 1 win above replacement. Some people don't get that in an entire season. I mean, this guy is otherworldly. Aaron Judge is the best hitter in the non-steroid era. I don't care what anybody says. What he is doing against what is the best pitching the league has ever seen will never happen again. Aaron Judge is a living legend. Do not take it for granted, everybody.
Chris, that's just well said. And I'm not really sure how much I can add after that, but Aaron Judge, 3-time MVP. Altuve stole that one, so he's a 3-time MVP. As Jazz said today on Twitter, or X. And it was just, everybody had a little question mark on how Aaron Judge was going to be coming back from his struggles in the postseason and kind of seeing what he was going to do these first couple of months as he struggled last season. And he shut everybody up within the first hour of opening day baseball.
Exactly.
So Aaron Judge, he's on pace. I don't even know what he's on pace for at this point. But last year he hit 58 home runs and wasn't even in the spirit of the game for the first 2 months of the season.
He didn't even get the 3 home runs until like 20 games into the season last year, and he still hit 58.
Yeah.
I
So it
mean,
is absolutely
insane.
insane. Best hitter in baseball, one of the best Yankees to ever play the game, and one of the best generational hitters to ever be on the field pretty much. I mean, it's crazy, and we take his at bats for granted. That's
And
for sure.
unlike Juan Soto, he doesn't care about the money. He turned down more money to stay in the pinstripes because he knows what they mean and he knows what he means to the city of New York. Soto does. Sorry, everybody. We had some unfortunate technical difficulties, but we are back in action. No worries. Do not fear. If we just finished up talking about Aaron Judge and how much of a legend he is, will not be the first or the last time we talk about him on this show. So we are going to head into some more notable hitters for Game 2 when the Yankees won 20-9. Cody Bellinger, 3 for 5 with a home run, 4 RBIs. More really quality at bats from Bellinger. Like I said earlier, loving his at bats so far. Just good quality, not swinging at bad pitches, not helping the pitchers out, getting his pitch and just driving it. And 4 RBIs, like I said, another sac fly today, couple singles to score runs. Yeah, Robert, what do you think about Belly so far?
Yeah, kind of alluding to what you said earlier, Chris, and kind of what the broadcast was saying. Shout out to Michael K. Shout out Paul O'Neill.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but they were saying kind of like how or not Goldie, Bellinger has kind of gotten rid of his power towards a two-strike approach and more looking for contact, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's gotten rid of, sure, some power numbers, home runs, all of that, but it's allowed him to shorten up his swing and put the ball in play and hit more for average, which is perfect for this Yankees lineup, and
Mm-hmm.
it was shown perfectly throughout this first series.
Yeah, the Yankees have guys that can hit home runs whenever they want to. And he still has pretty decent power because his home run on Saturday went, I think, like 450 or 451, something like that. It was a shot. It was over the Yankee bullpen. Not many people hit it over the Yankee bullpen. That's a shot right there. Another notable hitter we have is Paul Goldschmidt. Led off this game, first time ever leading off in his career. Hits a leadoff home run. I mean, that is just about as good as it could have gone. But yeah, Goldschmidt went 2 for 3, had a home run and a double. Also putting together very quality at bats to start the season. I like him in the leadoff role. He's gotten on base the 2 times he's led off the game. So I like it, but we'll see how Boone does it going forward because they're going to be facing 3 straight righties against the Diamondbacks. So don't know how that's going to go. And quickly before we jump into the next game, I just wanted to list all 9 home runs that were hit this game just so we can truly appreciate the greatness that happened during this game. Aaron Judge hit 3 home runs. Paul Goldschmidt hit 1. Bellinger hit 1. Jazz Chisholm hit 1. Volpe hit 1. Austin Wells hit 1. And Oswald Peraza hit 1 off the bench. I mean, 9 home runs, I'd be happy if we hit that in a whole series. Let alone one game. That's otherworldly. Robert, you got any final thoughts on game 2 before we hop into game 3?
Yeah, just game two was absolutely insane. And it was a game that you didn't want to turn off the TV because you knew more history was going to be made.
Mm-hmm.
You knew that Judge was coming up again
Oh,
and
yeah.
again, and you were just pried on to his at-bats. Because normally in these blowout games, you just turn off the TV.
Yeah.
But it was something that you wanted to pay attention to, and it was such a fun game to watch from the first inning all the way to the last out in the ninth inning.
Yeah, there were records being set this game. Like, a lot of records were set this game. I don't know all of
Yeah.
them off the top of my head, but 9 home runs, that's like, I don't know if it's
Tied. I think it was tied for the record.
tied for the record. Okay, yeah,
I
that's what I
think so.
thought. Or American League or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, just what a game. Bullpen again was pretty good. No real complaints. 20-9, great win. Heading on to game 3. This game was yesterday, Sunday, March 30th. We had Marcus Stroman on the bump, and the Brewers had Aaron Savali. Yankees again, a 12-3 win. The bats stay hot. Marcus Stroman's final line is as follows: 4 2/3 innings pitched, 3 runs, 1 walk, 5 hits, and 3 strikeouts. Honestly, solid outing from Stroman. 2 of the runs were off of Jake Bauer's home run that was about as much of a short porch home run as you could get. I think it was less than 330 feet. I don't know if we have it, but it was very short. It hit the netting that is connected to the foul pole, like right at the base of the wall. I mean,
That's like
not much.
309.
Yeah, not much Stroman can do about that. Just kind of unlucky, but I thought he pitched good. He commanded the zone well. He had a lot of first pitch strikes, which is big for him. I just wish he would attack the zone a little more. Not saying to throw it down the middle, attack inside a little bit more because he gets ahead on these good hitters 0-2, and then the count's up to 3-2. You can't do that every count. That's why he only lasted 4 2/3 innings because his pitch count was high. He should only be at like 60 pitches then. He was at 80 something, I want to say. But yeah, Aaron Savali's final line: 3 innings pitched, 5 runs, 1 walk, and 2 Ks. Not a great outing at all. Sorry about that, everyone. We had a quick interruption, but hopefully that'll be the last for this episode. I was in the middle of saying Aaron Savali's pitching line, so I'm going to go back and say that. Aaron Savali pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, walked 1 guy, and had 2 strikeouts. Was not very good for him. Started out his afternoon with a cutter right down the middle to Aaron Judge. Not the pitch you want to throw, to be honest, Aaron Savali. And I saw today he got put on the 15-day injured list, so he might have had a lingering injury that was bothering him yesterday. Don't really know the whole story of it, but Brewers pitching just keeps getting more thin. Robert, what are your thoughts on either Stroman or Savali, how they pitched?
Yeah, for Stroman, I wasn't really able to watch most of this game, but for Stroman, from what I hear and read about, it seems like he was this past offseason, he wasn't even sure if he's going to be on the Yankees come the first game of spring training, which he started. So now, being in the opening day weekend series, I wonder how much of his head was like kind of messing with him, where he didn't want to get booed off the field, so he's trying to be too perfect and trying to pick his command so much that it led to such a short outing and a high pitch count. Which in his mind, this was an ideal start. He got in the Bronx opening weekend and got straight out and really kind of did what we expected. So for Stroman, it was a win-win for the Yankees. It was somewhat of a win. I think you would have liked to see a little bit more, maybe get those strikeouts a little higher, and obviously that pitch count lower, see him go longer in the game. But I think that's kind of what Stroman wanted to do, and he didn't get booed off the field, so there you go.
I think if this was like the middle of the summer, for example, and if we were in like the middle of the series, maybe they would have pitched him at least till the end of the 5th, or get through the 5th inning. But because our bullpen was very well rested, we had an off day today, so it was probably a smart decision to take him out there. First outing of the season, you don't want to push him to 100 pitches if you don't have to by any means, and we didn't have to. We were already up at that point by a lot. But yeah, solid outing for Stroman. Notable hitters for this game, there's a lot. The man yesterday was Mr. Jazz Chisholm Jr., another torpedo bat user. Jazz went 3 for 4 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. He is hitting the absolute crap out of the ball to start the season. And I said it in the offseason. We will find a clip when it happens. Jazz Chisholm is having a 30-30 season. I don't care what anybody says. It's happening. I called it in the offseason. Me and Robert will find the clip. Trust me. I just know it's happening. He loves it. He loves hitting right behind Aaron Judge. He said in an interview yesterday, he loves when they intentionally walk Judge to face him. It gives him a little bit more of extra motivation, as it should. They shouldn't want to face Jazz. I mean, but rather face Aaron Judge, you got to pick your poison, I guess. Also, we have Paul Goldschmidt, another very solid day out of the leadoff spot for him, 3 for 5 with 3 singles. Doesn't always have to be home runs. 3 singles works for me. I will never complain about that. Robbie, you want to tell us about the last 2 hitters we got?
Ben Rice, he just looked really good. 2 for 4 home run. And Aaron Judge, 1 for 1 with a home run, 3 walks. So even Judge, he has 4 home runs. He can hit every ball out of the ballpark. He's still taking his walks and getting on base. So that's very important, and especially to keep the lineup going, which we'll mention later on. It's another point I want to say. He just keeps the lineup going, keeps everybody 1 through 9. Just keep on going on the bases. And then the bullpen, 4 1/3 scoreless innings. They did what we needed them to do. And overall, everybody did their job. I think Tim Hill didn't Tim Hill have a good moment in this game?
He had 3 strikeouts. He came in after Stroman and got the final out, and then next inning he had 2 more strikeouts. I'm like, all right, Tim Hill, damn, I didn't know you could strike guys out like that. My bad. But heading back to Ben Rice real quick, if you don't mind, he had a second deck home run. This kid's got serious power. Like when he connects with a pitch that's in his spot, he has serious power. and plays pretty good defense from what or not. He's DHing.
Yeah, DH.
I forgot he's not playing first
no.
base. I forgot he's not playing first base. That's me. He was playing good defense last year though, and he's a third catcher, which is always good to have a third catcher if you do need it. But yeah, Aaron Judge is just a living legend, like we said. He had that mammoth home run, but the thing with Judge taking walks that makes me happy is when he struggles, he normally is chasing pitches. Like last season when he has his early season struggles last year, he was chasing pitches and he was like pulling out, like he wasn't staying through the ball. That if that's not happening and we're in early March, that's a really good sign. Also, I saw John Boy talking Yanks. Shout out you guys. Saw them comment on this on their show. Jimmy was saying Aaron Judge is hitting home runs like it's the middle of August and it's March. Yesterday was a cold day in the Bronx. It was about 40 degrees, and he's making these home runs fly out of here. Imagine what they're going to do in the summer. Oh, my God. I mean, this series could not have gone any better for the Yankees, and I am very happy with this start. But I am not going to get too excited because it is only 3 games. 3 games does not mean anything for the entire season. But, yeah, just really happy with how the series went. But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good start to the season, and it seemed like everybody did their job. Everybody proved themselves somewhat. It's so exciting. We still got J.C. Escara, who we really haven't seen that much. I'm excited to see him finally get some time. I'm really wanting to see Peraza get more of a run at third base, even though Cabrera had, 2 hits yesterday. Cabrera's looking good. He's making contact. So overall, we got a lot to be excited about. And, Chris, there's been a lot of controversy around these bats, these torpedo bats.
Yeah, there has been a lot of controversy. I think they're fine. They're legal. The Yankees would not go out and use these bats if they weren't, approved by somebody. They're not stupid. Like, if you're cheating, you got to do it like the Astros did, like do it in your clubhouse where no one sees it. But we're not the Astros. We're not cheaters like that. And I hate how people just assume just because the Yankees scored 32 runs in 2 games that they're the only team using it. There is guys from most teams using it. Adley Rutschman used it on the Orioles. Ryan Jeffers, catcher for the Twins, used it. Junior Caminero on the Rays. Yandy Diaz on the Rays. There's a bunch of people using these. It's just that the Yankees... See, this is what we talk about, Robert. We talked about this offseason. The Yankees want to be the bad boy Yankees, and they're the bad boy Yankees right now. They are hated amongst the world right now. Hey, maybe Rafael Devers should use one. I just saw a notification. He struck out 3 more times again today. He still doesn't have a hit this year. Maybe he needs a torpedo bat. I mean, I don't get it how people just assume that it's the Yankees cheating. It's not. They're completely legal, and other teams are doing it. It's not just Jazz Chisholm and who else is using it? Volpe. It's not just Jazz and Volpe. It's the whole league using it. Adley Rutschman had 2 home runs on opening day. Is he cheating? No, he's using a legal bat. It's just a different way to help guys hit. There's nothing illegal about it. Those are my thoughts, at least. Robert, what do you think about the torpedo bats?
I mean, it was a MIT physicist who created
Sounds
that.
smart to me. I don't
know. He knew what he was doing.
Sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
And kind of like what Chris was saying, we had Anthony Volpe, Cody Bellinger, Jazz, all using them to the historic start to the season, which obviously added to that fire, added gasoline to that fire. But it's something that if you want to use it, you can use it. If Shohei Ohtani wants to
there's
use
nothing
it, he can
stopping
use it.
you.
If somebody on the Marlins wants to use it, they can use it. Everybody has the choice to use it, not just the Yankees. And that's what people don't really understand. And I saw a quote today, and let me know if I'm interpreting this incorrectly, but it was the Brewers manager, is it Phil?
Murphy? Pat Murphy?
Yeah.
Pat Murphy.
And he was pretty much like, or I'll put this in my personal experience. When I was playing All Stars, everybody wanted the Mako bat, right? Everybody
hell yeah,
the Mako
dude!
Bat.
The Mako Beast. Oh my god!
But it's not the Mako bat that makes you the better player. It's the person holding the wand.
Exactly. Judge doesn't need a torpedo bat. Oh, another thing. Quick rant. people on Twitter like Dave Portnoy do
He
not
has
know what
no
they're
idea
talking
what he's
about.
talking about.
These people on Twitter keep saying, well, Judge is hitting good because he's using a torpedo bat. He's not using one. He came out and said he didn't like it. And I don't. If you look at Aaron Judge's career stats, he's got what, like over 300 home runs? Yeah. And 3 MVPs? Yes, 3. I know. It's 3 MVPs. He does not need a torpedo bat. He is the last guy on planet Earth that needs a torpedo bat. So stop with the false accusations on Aaron Judge, okay? If you're going to accuse him, you better have some good proof, and these people have no proof at all.
Yeah, that's well said. And I mean, it's just something that will eventually die down here, especially once the Yankees kind of come back to equilibrium score, the regular 5 runs. But
Exactly, yeah.
Trevor Plouffe, John Boy Media was saying how the pitchers have all this technology, they have all these systems, they have all this time to craft their own pitches and make themselves better. Why can't hitters find a way to improve their ability to this already hard game? So obviously that's being tested out with these torpedo bats, and we'll just have to see how it goes. I mean, they're legal, so.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with it. Real quick, just want to point out that the Red Sox lost again today, and Rafael Devers was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts and 2 walks. So, sucks to be him right now. 8-5 loss to the Orioles just now. So, not looking too good for Raffy and the Red Sox. They dropped to 1-4 on the year.
Wow. Sucks to suck.
Their pitching hasn't been bad, honestly. They just have not been hitting at all. They had 5 runs today, but the Orioles had 8 runs on 15 hits.
Yeah, the Orioles looking good. And I know my projections, I said the Blue Jays might be ahead of them. I'm kind of second-guessing myself here. They look good.
I don't know why you were saying that. That was dumb. Everyone knew that was not. I don't care how bad their pitching is. They can hit better than the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are just not good. Oh, Robert, you had one more thing that you wanted to comment on, right?
Yeah, I just wanted to comment about how this year, 1 through 9 in the lineup, every game that I watch, and I know it's only been 3 games, but I'm so attached to, Jason Dominguez, Bellinger, Goldschmidt, Jazz, Volpe. Every hitter this year I'm so attached to and watching their at-bats. Where last year, it would be Judge, Soto, and then I'm back on my phone scrolling through Instagram. So this year it just seems different. It seems like we have more depth in the lineup. And even Dominguez, who hasn't really done anything yet, hopefully he starts getting the hang of things. But it's just something about, I know we say it every year, but something about this team just feels a little bit different.
It does. No, honestly, it does. It really does. And like you were saying, they also have a pretty good bench. Like, I know the bench doesn't matter too much, but J.C. Escarra is a dang good backup catcher. We got Peraza, who showed his power. I think they might give him a shot at third base, honestly. Oswaldo's been looking good, though. Pablo Reyes, I don't know about him. Spring training might have been a little bit fluky, honestly. Had 2 errors the other day and didn't hit.
Yeah.
Not looking too good for him. They re-signed Dom Smith to a minor league deal today, so I don't know what that's about. Maybe Dom Smith is coming. He's not getting that number 22 back, though. That is Ben Rice's number.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do about third base. Especially, they might run more of a Peraza Cabrera platoon rather than Pablo Reyes, which I love my guy Pablo Reyes.
That home run from Peraza might have saved him a job, honestly. Yeah. Like, he might have gotten released if he didn't do anything
He's out of options, so once the Yankees release him, any team can pick him up. And any team will pick up a 25-year-old shortstop who should be a superstar. So.
Oh, yeah. He's got raw power. I mean, it'd be crazy not to get him. Robert, you got anything else to cover, or is that about it?
I'm excited tomorrow. The Yankees, or who is it? The Diamondbacks flying to the Bronx. You got Corbin Burns versus Will Warren. Will Warren's, it's kind of going to be like his MLB debut. It's a new Will Warren.
Oh, yeah. Last year doesn't count. We forget about it. As long as he's good this year, I'll forget about it, But, yeah, it's going to be a real good series. We're facing the Diamondbacks' 3 best pitchers, Corbin Burns, Zach Gallen, and Merrill Kelly. So the Yankees got their work cut out for them, but just scored 36 runs in the series, hoping the bats can stay hot. But, yeah, I mean, we're going to keep recapping every series. We might do 2 series in 1 video, depending on how our schedules work and all that. But Hope you guys enjoy this recap. Hope you guys are enjoying Yankees baseball so far. It's going to be a fun summer of Yankees baseball. We cannot wait for it. And yeah, as always, hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with all your buddies. Share it with everyone you know. God bless everybody. And as always, let's go Yankees.